Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm the FCS subject librarian, and today I'll be narrating the library research tutorial for FCD 4303. Today we'll be looking at using PsycInfo, which is a library database. They look a lot like Google, but they're a little bit different. The main thing to remember is that databases search for book and journal articles instead of web pages. They aren't free, so they are a subscription service. And the other thing that you need to know is that you might not always get the entire text of the article from the citations that you see, but we can talk about that in a moment. So now that we know what a database is, we'll start looking in PsycInfo, which is a database that we have in our library's collections. To get there, what you'll need to do is go to the library homepage first, look to the right side under Quick Links. There's a link that says Research Databases. Click here. You'll see a page. It has a lot of links on it. You can search by subject. That's what this area is right here. Since we know the name of the database that we want to use, we can just go to the alphabetical list and pick the letter P. And you'll see that all the databases that begin with the letter P are on this page. So sometimes it takes a moment or two to fully load, so if you don't see all the databases, just wait a couple of seconds. But if you continue scrolling down the page, we will get to PsycInfo, and there it is. What you want to do is click on the PsycInfo link, and it'll take you to the PsycInfo page. The PsycInfo search page works a lot like what you're used to seeing in Google. You'll type in a word or a series of words, and then you'll get a result list with all the articles that have those words included. What you can do to save time is to use these search options to limit your results. There's a couple that I want to talk about. One is limit your results peer-reviewed. This is a type of article. We'll talk about that in a moment if you've forgotten. The other thing that you can do is use the publication year box to limit to a year or range of years. In this case, we want to only see articles that have been published in the last 10 years. The last limiter that you might want to consider using is one called methodology. It's over to the right-hand side near the bottom of the page. This allows you to narrow down your results to different types of studies or literature reviews. You can also save time using something called Boolean searching. It's a really simple method that only uses 3 words, and or not, and the keywords that you'd want to use to search for your topic. Let's start with our topic, which today will be junk food. And you'll see that PsycInfo will often suggest topics for you, so you can use that as well. We're just going to leave that alone and click on search. If you look at our result list, we have 126 results, which isn't too bad. But let's say you want to focus on junk food being marketed to children, so we can add in children. And you'll see that we're using the second box. You don't have to do that. You can also just type in junk food and children. And then if you click search, you'll see that under the search results, there are a lot less of them. And you'll see that both of them will have junk food. It'll also have the word children in it. You might want to consider doing something called truncation. That's where you type in part of a word, usually like an abbreviated form of it, and then add an asterisk. That will pick up any different endings on a particular word. In this case, it'll pick up child, child's, children, children's. You'll see that it only gave us 3 more results. So here's a quick recap on Boolean searching. It's 3 simple words, that's and or not, and we'll find both words that you type in on either side, or we'll find one or the other. Not will find the first word but not the second one. There's also a couple of other symbols that you can use. One would be using quotation marks for phrase searching. That will find words side by side. It's really useful if you're looking for titles or a phrase like marketing to children. And then the next one is asterisk. That will help you find different versions of a particular word. That is control shift number 8 actually, to get to the asterisk. Let's take a moment to examine the results that we have in our list. For one thing, you'll see on the left-hand side, all the limiters are showing. So we do have only peer-reviewed articles showing and only articles published within the last 10 years. If you look in the middle part, these are the citations themselves. Databases don't always have the full text of the article available. Sometimes there's just a citation. The very first article on our list is one of those. You'll see that there is no link to the article. You can click on check if library has full text. This is something that the library has that will help you connect to any content that we might have in a different database. It looks like it went directly to an article. It seems to be from a different database. And you'll see that it has a little page that says Emerald Insight. That's the name of the database that it comes from. And if you go farther down the page, you will see the article. It looks just like a scan. It's also got a notation that tells you where you can find the current issue and the full text archive of the journal online. And then you can just print this out if you'd like, or save it. If we go back to our result list, you'll see that some of them say full text from, and it'll be the name of a database. If you click on that, it should take you to the text of the article. It will look a little bit different because it's going to be in a different database. Some of the articles have the PDF copy linked just right under the citation. Number 4 is one of those. So if you click on that, you'll see the PDF file displayed and you can print that out. If we go back to the search page, there's a couple of other features that you might want to take note of. One thing is this database will show you the references that are cited in a particular article. That's what that cited references link is. If you click on that, it shows you the citations for all the articles that have been cited in that particular paper, and you can search for those. This is really helpful if you're looking for articles for literature review and you really want to get every single article that is related to your topic. You might see sometimes time cited in this database. If you look at number 5, this is a little bit different. This is actually showing you the articles that cite this particular article. So if we click on that, you can see that. And again, this is really, really helpful if you're doing literature reviews. If we go back to the result list, there's a couple of things that you might find helpful. One is if you click on any of the titles of the articles, you'll get a screen that looks like this, and it has a lot more information. Sometimes it'll have the author's name. Sometimes it'll have an abstract, which is like a summary of the article. Sometimes it'll even have a link to the article as well. So what you can do here is you can print, email, or save. To show the screen in more detail, you'll see on the right-hand side actually, under Tools, these are where you can add to folder. This is if you want to group articles all together and then print them out all in a group. There's a print button. You can email them to yourself. You can save the article. The cite button is kind of interesting. It's supposed to show you how to cite this article in the most popular citation formats. You might want to double check though and make sure that the citation is correct. Sometimes it's not 100% perfect. You can also create a note and you can click on the permalink. This will let you link directly to this article in the database. Occasionally you'll find an article that we don't have the full text available for. I'll go ahead and click on number 18 to show you an example of that. You'll see that it brought us to a different page instead of going to the article. If you get this page, just know that we may only have that particular journal in print. We have most of our collection online, but occasionally we do only have print copies, especially for older journal articles. We also have a way that you can order articles that we don't have. The first thing that you should do though, if you're in this situation, is where it says no results underneath, click on periodical list. that will tell you if we have that particular journal. It's showing that we don't have that journal in our subscriptions, so we can go back to the link source page. There's a link to Interlibrary Loan. This is a library service that you can use to order things that we don't have. All you need is your Texas State Net ID as your username and password, and you can log in. It takes anywhere from 3 to 10 days, but if they do have an article online, it's usually a little bit faster. You'll see that in this particular case, it filled out the form for us. Sometimes that isn't always going to happen, but it does have all the information that you need, and you can just click on Submit Request. When you get your article, if it's something online, you can go into the main menu. It'll be listed in this area. I don't have anything right now, so it's not showing anything. If it's something that's in print, it will be sent here to the library, and you'll get an email letting you know to come and pick it up. Usually that's at the Circulation Reserve desk. If you have more research questions, you can contact me, Lauren Flores. You can call me at 512-245-2369, or you can email me at lf13@txstate.edu. You can also set up a research consultation with me. You can also find me on chat. Either way, your best bet is to either contact me through these various means or go to the Ask a Librarian page, which is linked below. Thank you, and I hope you all have a good day.